Hello, people. As we visit Candid with Kim, let me just say this. There is so many things going on, okay? There's a lot in the news, and the biggest thing is the Diddy trial. When I first heard about the lawsuit, the financial lawsuit, I didn't say anything then. I wasn't sure. As a woman, I understand, I understand the woman aspect. And as a mother with sons, I understand the man aspect. And I understand that while none of us were there, the truth is in the middle. But I will say this, let's give everybody some grace. You know, don't trash Cassie because you don't know what it's like. If you have never, and most women cannot even say that just because your situation is not on TV and nobody knows, does not mean you have not had a moment to where you have given too much of yourself to somebody. Maybe not as long as she did, but you've done it. We've all done it. And when you give too much of yourself and you give over your mind and your power to somebody and they misuse you, it's not as easy as people want to say, to walk away. I don't care who you are, men or women, think about it. At jobs, you do it. You tend to want to impress and win over the people that don't like you, especially when you don't know why. Now, if you take that same aspect and you think about somebody you love and you're not sure what you're doing to them, because with most people that are abusers, it does not start out that way. It starts out very intriguing and very inviting and charming because you're getting all this attention and you love the authority and you love the power that they walk in until you see the other side. So I can easily see a young girl being influenced and being mistreated, and I can see that. In the same manner, I don't know how monsters or what all, he could have gone through that made him get to that point. But then let's also think about his children. I've seen people say, why would he want his children in court every day? Why do they need to be there? Who would want to drag their kids through that? I think the kids are coming because they need to hear. They want to hear. There are things that they have seen, like any of our children. All of our children hear what we say. They know what we try to hide, and they do what we do. We tell them one thing, we'll do another, and they tend to repeat. Even the habits, even the things we don't know that they know about, they tend to repeat. I remember when I had my son, and I remember thinking how old I was. And it's not like you try to copy what your parents do. It's just that things will happen. One of the best ways that we can stop the cycles of pain and anything you don't want to repeat is that you talk about it, that you discuss it, and that you discuss it openly. I don't know that, and let's think about it. Their dad is famous. So it's not like this stuff is not hitting the air. It's better for them to be in the courtroom and see all the emotions and see it themselves so that they can go through, because there's so many lies out here and people are making money on this trial. That's why we have to be careful about the way pain is, because we're getting too desensitized. We're getting to a point that we are ready to bash and talk about people, and people will go online and do clickbait and do all kind of AI digital photos and everything just to make money, just to make their YouTube page great. And the stuff is not true. So if the children go to the court and they see the unprecedented, they see the real, they get to hear it all. And then they get to understand. The other piece of that, let's be real, these are his children. There are things, ideas, there could be obsessions or habits that they have. There could be things that their moms told them. And to try to put it all together, to try to understand it, they need to hear it. What we need to do is pray for them and make sure that we can cover them. I said the same thing about R. Kelly's children. You don't know. I can't even imagine what they could feel like. And as much as a lot of us talk about the stupid that's in office, let's not become him by just saying anything and being mean for no reason and just saying whatever we think. I do feel like a lot of the stuff that they're saying is true. And true, like I said, I'm the mother of sons. My son said the most freeing thing. He said, well, it's a good thing it's coming out. I wish they would have believed it when the men said it. And I thought, wow, that's powerful. Because there were men that came forth before that was shut down, that were quieted. And that's not fair. We treat men like they're invincible and like nothing shakes them. And I can't imagine the black men and even the white men, whoever, that came out and or any other dancers and stuff that came out and said stuff about Diddy and got shut down. And let's think, everybody has feelings. Everybody has emotions. Nobody wants to be called a liar or a tramp or anything. And no matter how you live your life, that's not a sign, that's not to okay anybody abusing and mistreating you. I could have done one thing. That does not mean that you get to do everything to me. I could have agreed to one. You just don't know. And just the fact of the way people are weighing in now is what takes people so long to come forward. It sounds easy, but it's hard to admit when you have gone through something. I went through something similar. I tell everybody, I joined for a while. I was in a cult. I thought it was a church. It wasn't a church. Now, being free, being out of it, I can call it what it was. But do you know how embarrassing it is to say that? I do not like the fact that I was in a cult. I don't. When I think about some of the things that I did, now, we weren't in a compound. Nobody was making me drink Kool-Aid, but it was ignorant. It was ignorant.com. It was ignorant.org. It was ignorant.net. And, I mean, there are people that may, follow my channel that know them. And I refuse to give them any time. Their 15 minutes of fame is gone, so they're not important. The thing is, me even saying it is hard. It's embarrassing. I'm more intelligent than that. But in that time, during that time, obviously I wasn't. So just think, if you got caught, think about yourself. The finger you're pointing at whoever, look at all of those pointing back at you, and think about if you got caught in your worst moment and you had to keep living your worst mistake for years, what would that look like? And before you make a post, before you call her trash, before you say she deserved it, just like they said about the women with R. Kelly, nobody deserves that. Heck, R. Kelly didn't deserve to grow up the way he grew up. So instead of us trashing, pray. Think about how they could feel. Think about how it could happen. And even if you can't figure that out, just pray. And pray for the kids. Let's pray that the cycle is broken. Let's pray that whatever powerful man that is out there now, there probably is some girl, some woman now stuck somewhere that's waiting on her time to get out of the dungeon or whatever it could be. There could be some man going through the same thing. Let's pray and let's be intentional. Let's check ourselves, check our actions, check who we give power to. And let's just, don't be me. Do not become like the ignorant number 47 that some of y'all fools voted for. Yeah, I said it because y'all were foolish. Don't become like him. He says things without remorse. He doesn't care who he hurts. And I want you to remember the ultimate, and the t-shirt is coming. Your words are the ultimate boomerang. So use them carefully. It's been your girl, Candid with Kim.